Welcome, fellow Tarnished, to Dark Fantasy Games, a channel dedicated to Elden Ring and the dark fantasy genre. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips on how I defeated the fully grown Fallingstar beast, which was quite a tough boss if I'm honest. We're going to start by summoning in our skeletal militiamen, which are just going to act as a distraction. We've taken a Flask of Wondrous Physic to increase our strength, and then used the Bestial Vitality incantation, which will heal us over time in case we're taking damage but not able to take a flask. Because this boss will do a lot of varied attacks, swinging its tail, jumping up into the air and slamming down like you saw there. But if you do hit it with a few powerful attacks, you can get its super armor down, putting it in a down state for a moment. But unfortunately I couldn't get the critical attack on the boss there because of the angle of its head wouldn't allow me to interact. But these are the main attacks you're looking for. As soon as you start seeing that purple lightning, you want to stay away from it, because it's going to do either these attacks where these really sharp crystals come out the ground, or it's going to pull you up into the air. It really is a horrible attack. Now when it rams at you like a bull here with its horns, you can sometimes block some of that with a shield if you've got a 100% physical block shield. However, it will remove all of your stamina if it does hit that shield at that point. I managed to stun it just before it was about to do that horrible attack there, and we got our first critical strike here, which as you can see doesn't do a lot of damage on it. This is quite a hard enemy in terms of how much damage you do. But this attack here, unfortunately I was already too close to it. I got robbed of the stun lock on the beast there, and after lifting me up in the air and slamming me down, it almost killed me. Now if I hadn't got that extra heal in there, it got me again with the same area of effect attack. Depending on how much health you've got, that could potentially one-shot you, that attack. So the best thing to try and do when you see that purple mist start coming around it and the lightning, just try and get as far away from it as you possibly can. Try and dodge as many of the attacks as you can. Unfortunately I wasn't doing too well with the dodging at this point, although I did manage to block the rock throw there. Now I think really the only thing you can probably take from when it does those area of effect attacks is the fact that it is pretty much standing still, and if you've got range, say you're using a caster build, you would be able to at that point get some ranged attacks on it. If you're running a melee build like me, it's about trying to get as many powerful attacks in as you can to get its super armor down, so you're able to get it in that stun state and do the critical attacks. Now this would have been a little bit easier if my summons hadn't have died so early on in the fight. Some of your summons might fare better in terms of the fight to be able to distract it, but pretty much right from the start of the game this was one-on-one, so I did find it quite challenging. It did take me a few goes, but this attack here, if you're lucky enough for it to be in the crater when it does that and you're up high, you can avoid it. But if you're on the same level when it does that attack, it's just about trying to roll through it. So here again we're just using our Flame of the Red Manes to get its super armor down. Try and get a little bit of distance from it so it's not hitting you with its horns. Unfortunately I, for some strange reason, become unlocked from the enemy there and didn't get that Flame of Red Manes there, but we managed to get it into a stunned position again here, get another critical strike. So these critical strikes are really important for this. Now if you haven't got an Ash of War that's going to do this sort of thing, then you could just be using heavy attacks or jump attacks to be able to do heavier damage to get its super armor down. But that's how I defeated this particular boss. Hopefully you've taken a few tips from this, but if you are struggling with it, then let me know in the comments below. We'll try and help best we can. Let me know what your build is and why you're finding it hard. So just watch this space for more Elden Ring. And before I go, I'd just like to say, may you be blessed with a curseless journey.